Hello everyone, welcome to Arabic with Khalid, an introduction to Arabic language lessons. These lessons are designed to introduce you to the Arabic language and culture. This video will be followed by lessons to teach you reading, writing, and speaking the Arabic language. Are you ready? Let's start. The first question might come to your mind is, who is an Arab? An Arab is the person who speaks the Arabic language. A man who speaks the Arabic language would say, أنا عربي. I am عربي, an Arab man. A woman would say, أنا عربية. I am عربية, an Arab woman. A man عربي. A woman عربية. Arabs live all over the world. Many Arab immigrants live in the United States and Europe. The majority of the Arabic-speaking people live in an area called the Arab nations or the Arab countries. All Arab countries are located in North Africa, the Horn of Africa, and the Middle East. There are 22 Arabic countries, and all of them are members of one organization. That organization called جامعة الدول العربية. جامعة الدول العربية. The League of the Arab Nations. Members of the League of the Arab Nations are Morocco, Al-Maghrib, Mauritania, Algeria, Aljazair, Tunisia, Tunis, Libya, Egypt, Misr, Sudan, السودان, Djibouti, Somalia, الصومال, جزر القمر, Palestine, فلسطين, Lebanon, لبنان, Syria, Jordan, الأردن, Iraq, العراق, الكويت, Saudi Arabia, السعودية, قطر, UAE, الإمارات, عمان, Yemen, اليمن. Very often, people get confused between who is an Arab and who is a Muslim. An Arab is the person who speaks the Arabic language. A Muslim is the person who follows the religion of Islam. So a person who speaks the Arabic language will say, أنا عربي, أنا عربية. A Muslim, أنا Muslim. The female, أنا مسلمة. Muslims live also in a large area, as we see on the map. There are Muslims who live in countries that does not use Arabic language as the official language. So, not all Arabs are Muslims. There are millions of Arabs who are Christians, thousands who are Jews, and other faiths. On the other hand, not all Muslims are Arabs. In fact, there are 1.6 billion Muslims live on this earth. The majority of them are not Arabs. So, when we think about a Muslim and an Arab, we think about a language and a religion. Not all Arabs are Muslims. Not all Muslims are Arabs. Also, another phrase that people hear in the news and they get confused between Arab countries and Middle East countries. Arab countries are the members of the League of the Arab Nations. Middle East is an area that stretches from Egypt all the way to Iran. This area was named the Middle East by the British. These countries that are called Middle East countries include Egypt in Africa and some Arab countries including Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Oman, Qatar, Kuwait, Iraq, United Arab Emirates, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, and Palestine. But there are some countries that are not Arab, like Turkey and Iran. And in some cases, they include Afghanistan and some states on the former Soviet Union states in the south. Those will be included in the Middle East. But in many cases, the Middle East countries are only Egypt all the way to Iran. So, in conclusion, we can say that an Arab is the person who speaks the Arabic language. A Muslim is the person who follows the religion of Islam. A Middle Eastern is the person who lives in the area that called Middle East. Now, let's test our knowledge. Okay, Muhammad Abdullah is from Sudan. Is he an Arab? Yes or no? What about Muhammad Karim? He is from Afghanistan. Is he an Arab? Yes or no? All of the following countries are Arab countries except, go ahead, look at the list. Identify the country that is not an Arab country. What about this map? What do you think the name of this country? It is a Middle Eastern country, is that correct? All Arabs are Muslims and all Muslims are Arabs. Is that a true statement or false statement? Finally, all of the following countries are in the Middle East except, go ahead, look at the list. Tell us which country is not a Middle Eastern country. Great. This is the end of our first video. It will be followed by other videos to introduce more knowledge about the Arabic language and culture. We'll see you next time.